In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to build epic chords that sound like this. Alright, so the key to making awesome chord progressions like that is semitones. Now, they sound pretty disgusting by themselves, but in context, they sound really awesome. So, building these chord progressions is a 3-step process, and the first step is to choose a key and identify where the semitones are. So, in that example that you heard, I played in the key of B minor. So let's find where the semitones are in B minor. So we've got B, we've got C sharp, D. C sharp to D is a semitone. Then we've got E, F sharp, G. F sharp to G is a semitone. We've got A and we've got B. So the semitones appear between C sharp and D and between F sharp and G. So we just need to be aware of that. Try and find where all of these are on the fretboard. So we've got, they appear here, they also appear there. They appear in some other places, but I can't really think of them right now. So now that we've identified where the semitones are and the key that we're playing in, we've got to build a basic chord progression. And I want you to build the chord progression with power chords, and we're going to tune to drop D. Because there's going to be some weird finger positions, we want to play in drop D so that we can play power chords with one finger, and it allows us to use the other 3 fingers to play these weird semitone shapes and extensions to our chords. So I've chosen the chord progression of B minor, G major, A major, and D major. And then the second time round it goes to B minor, then it goes to D major, then G major, then A major. If you're wondering which order to put your chords in, there's a link in the description to the first 2 chapters of my book, which you can get for absolutely free, and it shows you how to do that, and also how to add extensions like 7ths, 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths to your chords. But let's continue. We've got our chord progression now, so we're playing on the 9th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, open strings. Then we're playing 9th fret, open, 5, 7. Okay, so for the first chord, we have to find where the nearest set of semitones are on the fretboard. So we're playing on the 9th fret, and we have this C sharp to D on the 11th fret of the D string and the 7th fret of the G string. And if we play our power chord with those 2 notes, we get that sound. And if you notice, we've still got a 1 finger kind of floating around, so if you can utilize that in some way, then it's just going to add to the chord. So I decided to put it on the 10th fret of the B string, which sounds pretty cool. Then the next chord was the one on the 5th fret, our G. So what I did is I used this semitone, this set of semitones, the F sharp to G, which is the 4th fret of the D string and the open G string. So I played that on top of my 5th fret power chord. And I have my little finger free, so I put it on the 5th fret of the B string there. The next chord was the one on the 7th fret, the A major. And the nearest set of semitones was here, this C sharp to D again that we used in the first chord. So I put that on top of our 7th fret power chord. I let the 7th fret of the B string ring out as well. You get a really beautiful sounding chord there. That was the first half of the chord progression. No, it's not. We've got one more chord in the first half, and it was the D, and it was the open power chord, and I used the F sharp to G that I used previously. So the 4th fret of the D string and the open G string. Now I've got these 2 fingers floating around, so I put them on the 3rd fret of the B string and the 2nd fret of the high E string. I hope you're noticing that the semitones, although they sound dissonant by themselves, they add a really nice, unique quality to these chords. They kind of add a little bit of tension and they just make the chord sound very unique. Now that was the first half of the chord progression, so let's get on to the second half. So we're playing 9, open, 5, 7. So what I did is I played the 9th fret power chord, and this one is also close to our 9th fret. The one's on the 11th fret of the G string and the 8th fret of the B string, this set of semitones. And played the 9th fret power chord. Like that. My ring finger again was floating around, so I put it on the 10th fret of the high E string. And got this really awesome sounding chord. Then what I did is, for the open power chord, I just moved the shape that these 3 fingers are doing down here. So I've got a semitone at the 6th fret of the G string and the 3rd fret of the B string. And I've just placed my my ring finger on the 5th fret of the high E string, and I'm ringing out that open power chord. Then I did the same set of 3 notes at the top, but played the 5th fret power chord. I really love that sound. And then the 7th fret power chord, I used the 11th fret and 8th fret semitone, so the 11th fret of the G string and the 8th fret of the B string, and I played that on top of the 7th fret power chord, which is a little bit of a stretch, but it sounds really nice. Has that dissonance in there that makes things quite tense. And then I went back to the original chord I used for that power chord, and then resolved on just a 9th fret power chord with the 11th fret of the D string being played, which is our 9th. And that's how I finished the chord progression. So that is how you can write some really awesome chord progressions by using semitones. Remember, they sound pretty disgusting on their own, but in a chord they sound really nice. And if you can add even more extensions with your spare fingers, then you get some really unique sounding chords. And you don't really need to know the theory behind it. You can just use your ear and create some really cool things. So if you enjoyed this video, please click like. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you've got any suggestions, let me know in the comments too. And subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. Check out the first 2 chapters of my book for free down in the description. And I will see you in the next video. See you later.